Alright, looking through these capacitors, look how big this is, guys. It's heavy, and this, surprisingly, is only a 440 volt. So we got this, a little crusty, of course. And I got some start capacitors, but let's see, look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this. Of course, these are made in the USA. This is a 35. This is only a 340 volt, guys. This is kind of cool. Kind of step back in time. Let's go ahead and test this. Hopefully I don't need to clean these terminals. They're a little crusty, as you see. Alright. And just kind of bite down on it. Go back and forth a little bit, because it is pretty crusty. Alright, let's see what we got. It's perfect. That's a 30. We still have 30, guys. The lead just popped off, but you saw that. So let's check this one. This one was a 35, right? Made in USA, GE. And it's only a 340 volt. So we have to bite down on that. They're not as crusty. Alright. Look, nearly perfect. Still got 35. That's cool. We would, guys, if they still made them like this, we would be like out of business. So, but yeah, this is cool. I think this is the same as this one. It's a little more crusty. This is just a regular one. All right, run caps. Let's see this one. Let's see. There we go. This is a 45. It's a jarred. It doesn't say where it's made, but I would say USA. This is a 45 440. All right. Let's see here. Let's check that. Let's check that out. I know this is probably one of the best run capacitor videos on YouTube, I would say. Alright, you can bite down on that. And it says 47.5, and it was a 45, right? Yeah, so that's good. It's within spec. Actually, a little above its rating. That's good. Look, this is still good. That looks about the same. This is about, it's a little smaller. This is a Dayton, made in Chicago. Dayton Electric Manufacturing. This is a 35, 340. Okay, this will be the last one we check. Terminals are all kind of crusty, but they could all be cleaned up. These are probably, I don't need to sell Turbo 200s. I'll just sell these. These will last forever. I'll give a 5-year warranty. No problem. Alright. Of course, these aren't dual capacitors, but 35. And what was this? 35. Still good. 35.8. See? This is kind of cool, guys. This one's kind of nice because it's embossed, printed. Of course, that's just some kind of manufacturing. I think this is a 5. This is a 5, and it is made in USA. Let's check if this is good. Now, this is like more of a normal size. Still larger than most of today's 5s, I would say. And this, whoa, was this GE? Whoops. I don't know, it's a little crusty, but made in USA. Terminals are cleaner on this. It's probably not as old as the rest of them, but still old. 4.75. So it's still within, this one's still within spec. But yeah, as you see, it's not as large as the other ones. Just a 5, but you can still use this. I know I said that was going to be the last one, but this one's a little too crusty to... I could this one's embossed as well. I'm trying to read it. Made in USA 3. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be rated for. It is GE. Probably was printed. I can't. So slightly embossed on the side. 440. It's a little rusty. It looks like it's a 40. It's a 40 MFD, 440 volts. It looks like it's a 40. Let's test it. And again, it's crusty. Yep, sure enough. 40. It said 40. There we go. It's 40. Still good. All this stuff in here is still good, y'all. Of course, it's filled with cancer chemicals, but still lasts forever. This is old, jarred. Let's see, this is old, probably from the 80s. Oh, I see, no PCBs. This is like kind of when they started to transition from the cancer. 7.5. You can see it looks like possibly this was leaking. It's a little oily up top. It's kind of funny because it hasn't even been used, as far as I would say, if it's still in the box. Looks like it's been leaking. No PCBs. Contains combustible fluid. Use caution in disposal. So it's probably not a, I would say it's not a vegetable oil. Well, let's check this. At least the terminals aren't too crusty. Probably just oily. Yep, still good. 7.5. But that one is leaking. So those weren't good. If we need the PCBs, that's what you want. Anyway, that's mostly just a bunch of old start capacitors or anything. I guess back then they haven't really changed much from then to now, really, besides just the country of origin. Anyway, that's mostly, they're all pretty much, yeah, pretty much all the same kind of stuff in here. Just thought I'd show you guys the classic run caps for the younger guys that haven't seen this. It's huge. I wonder how much these cost, like if you ever needed a replacement back then, but of course you probably wouldn't because these almost never went bad. You went to the supply house, hey, I need a 35. I wonder how much these were. Probably a couple bucks, $5. Yep. Okay, hey, let's keep going. What is this? This is a jarred. Ooh, here we go. It's kind of, this is all heavy duty, but then they got this little, printed reading on it. It, to me, looks like a 60, but it could be a 8. It could be a 80. It could be a 60. It's probably a 60, so we could just kind of interpret what our reading is. 440 volts. It is a jarred. Alright, let's test this one. She's the crusty one. Old, crusty. I'm going to get me something to eat. Alright, let's put this on. Yeah, I guess that was a 60. So that's a 60. It's funny, and these are just single, they're not dual run caps. These are just single run capacitors. So if you needed a 5, you need another huge thing. That's funny. I guess there really wasn't any such thing as a dual cap back then. And this is still good too. And these probably, my guess, a lot of these were probably used, just taken out of units for spare parts. That would be my guess, especially the ones not in a box. This is capacitor. This is a 25 440. Contains combustible fluids. I think it kind of says what's in there. And this is supposed to be a 25, right? Look how big this is. Again, very crusty up top. Okay, last one, guys. Last one. For all you homeowners, this is how you test your own capacitor. Another capacitor video. This is probably the best capacitor video on YouTube compared to all those other lame ones. Alright, 25.8. This is more than good. Still good, guys. And you could clean these up, brush them up, and put a little paint on them if you wanted. Great truck stock, y'all. I'll give you a 5-year warranty. Yeah, just, start capacitors. There's nothing. Made in USA, 235. Yeah, the start capacitors aren't as interesting. Of course, they were made in USA. Basically like everything back then in the day. But they're not as, the run capacitors then to now pretty much look the same. It's more the run capacitors that are a lot cooler. Alright guys, another run capacitor video for YouTube. Thank you. God bless. Johnny Wipes out.